Well, everyone, this is the biggest game of the save, without a doubt. It's the Champions League final against Real Madrid. We've just finished an invincible season. No defeats, only 10 goals conceded across 37 games. We've also got the cup final, which we probably won't see today, but we've got that to come like in a week. We comfortably got through to the final in the end. We had a brief scare for a smidge against Mladoscat. They scored an absolute worldie inside about 3 minutes, and then we came back and won 3-1 in the end. But the focus today is the Champions League final against Real Madrid. We've had no more injuries, thankfully. Cesar Bakar is out, but everyone else is still fit and ready, so let's go. So yeah, everyone, this is how we're looking at the moment. Obviously, clean winners of the league. Vojvodina coming in second, so they'll be going to the Champions League qualifiers. Real Madrid, considered the home side. Not that hopefully it shouldn't really count for much, really. Let's be honest. It's a neutral venue, the Wanda. Probably the last place they wanted to go to, really. Then we got the Serbian Cup final against TSC. One little bit of transfer business. Jan Pedratsky, we've ended up just accepting a 15 mil bid from LAFC. They kept bidding. They didn't have the sell-on clause that I wanted. He rejected Peterborough, but I'm hoping that it's going to just drum up a bit more interest from, I think it's like 39 clubs in for him, like who are at 29 now. So I'm hopeful that one of them's going to come in and bite. But the one signing we have made is Edu Vargan. So I think we scouted him when he placed in Next Gen like last year. We've been following him since then. And Scout updated the report a couple of weeks ago. Gave him a really good, glowing report. I like the fact that he's both-footed, and he's someone who I think can come in. We'll probably loan him out pretty much straight away, hopefully, if we can. Let him develop and basically just see where it takes us. I think he's got the scope to be a useful player for us, but we'll just see what happens. I'm stalling. I think it's time for the Champions League. So this is the team we're going to pick. I think we drop Jakusevic back into advanced playmaker on support for now. Could easily make a case for Lauer starting, and I could also make a case for Marian Vidic starting. He's done really, really well in the last couple of games. Could easily make a case for him playing, to be honest with you. I just think Jakusevic is just that little bit more well-rounded. But Vidic is definitely in scope to get involved off the bench. I think I'm going to play Van Ginesteren on support as well. And we'll play Micanovic as a deep lying forward on support maybe for now. Ishabu should not be in there. Should obviously be Stankovic. And we're going to leave... I think we put him on... What is that? Knackered the connection. Maybe we'll just leave it at that for now. Balanced. Playing for set pieces. We've done a lot of set piece training in the build-up. Distribute the flanks. We're going to press them hard, but we're going to keep the line of engagement sort of standard for now. We have set up the opposition instructions. There's no Lever starting. So we're going to keep a close eye. The assistant already suggested to tightly mark and Harvey Elliott, but I'm going to close him down as well. We've obviously got enough defenders back. We're going to leave Chihan because we're going to press Tchouaméni. Leaving Chihan might be a risk, but we'll see. I just feel like Tchouaméni is someone who we might be able to get a little bit of joy out of with his physicals sort of on the wane a little bit. I feel like we might be able to get something from him. Will Wright is the one we've got to be careful of. He is playing as a complete wing back though, so there's definitely some scope for some joy there. I don't know whether to potentially ask Holding to stay wider to sort of exploit that space. I know he is right-footed typically, but I don't know whether to try and get him to exploit that space in behind where Will Wright is going to be vacating ultimately. Unless we play Micanovic over there and he can stay wider because he is slightly stronger on his left foot. Maybe go with that and see. Yeah, gonna be tough. Manjang his morale's just low because he's just been left out of the Spain team. Basically, that's all. There's nothing else. We've kept him rested. He's played a few games since I last saw you, but not loads. He had a couple of knocks, so we've not done anything too crazy with him. Madrid obviously are Madrid, and they have had a very, very good Champions League campaign. You know, aside from getting to the final, obviously they blew away Leipzig in the final, in the semi-final. Sorry, 6-1. So they're playing a completely different lineup to the one that the opposition instructions were showing me, which was really bizarre. Querfeld is playing as the holding midfielder. I just realised I've got the sound off, so we don't get the Champions League music. Oh well. And they're playing Xavi instead. But otherwise, everything else is still the same. Right, we need to get it on extended. You know what? We'll go comprehensive. Actually, why not? Let's see how well comprehensive plays out for us in terms of how much it drags things out. But this is the massive game, biggest game of the save so far. Let's milk it for what it's worth, eh? Great save from Fernandez. Absolutely brilliant save. Yeah, you know, Real Madrid on paper have probably got a similar level squad to us in terms of, if you sort of go pound for pound attribute wise, we've got players with similar levels of attributes as they have in terms of overall quality, but it's Real Madrid, so you know they are incredibly strong, and even though on paper things might seem closer than they actually are, I am very, very aware that we are massive, massive underdogs in this game. Will Wright is absolutely just going on a merry holiday there, isn't he? Well claimed, Fernandez. And he is going to have to be at the top of his game, playing an absolute blinder if we're going to get anything out of this game. Are you... Oh, I thought you were kidding me. He's just... Oh, okay. Twisted knee. That's not something you can shake off. Off his slide tackle. No. Incredible defending from Abdul Fattah. Problem is Igwe's just been injured as well. We've got Enrique, or we did actually play flipping heck. Hamza Ibrahimovic just in the last league game. He's actually on the bench, the youngster. How is hampered by injury? I don't want to, but I think we just take him off. I don't think it's worth the risk, personally. It's not worth risking us conceding a goal because he's injured. Yeah. This Javi is getting a lot of space. I don't know whether to ask Enrique just to try and do a job on him. Yes, Michanovic. Come on, James. What can you do? Oh, Seamus' touch was just a bit too heavy, but we're still going. Stipe, Enrique. That was a shot. First shot for us. I think Holding was offside, and that's why he didn't go for it. Go on, Ayrton. Abdul Fattah. No, Costa. Oh, he recovers well. I think he's offside. Yeah. I don't know at what point we start or stop playing this conservatively. Great tackle. Oh, he was offside anyway. Yeah, I don't know at what point we like push Jakusevic up, or you know, I don't know. I might at least actually just put him on an attack. They've committed so many players forward. Like, that's Querfeld. They're like centre half. Or Querfeld, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yes, Enrique. Michanovic. Loses out to Will Wright. Will Wright is having an absolute blinder of a game. I could do with someone just snapping him and taking him out. I think he is set to be tackled harder as well. They are all over us. All over us. That's terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. That's fine. Yeah, basically, I for all these big games, I don't have us playing out from the back because I just don't want to invite the pressure at that level. So all our goalkeeper is just distributing to flanks or just distributing it long because I'm not prepared to risk inviting a press. Don't get me wrong, I know we can probably play our way out. We're probably good enough to play our way out of it, but it's not worth the risk in my opinion. He needs to get closer. A brilliant block from Stankovic. Brilliant block from David. Absolutely brilliant. Well, somehow it's 0-0 at half time. So for the second half, we're just going to try and push Stipe up a little bit more. And we're just going to have a slightly higher line of engagement. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. It could be Stipe. I think it's probably something like Stipe or Stipe maybe. I don't know. I wish Bascoveni would chill out a little bit. So I have been playing Nathan Bertrand at left wing back because I've got him training to it and I've been playing him there just because Bascoveni had a pulled hamstring, pulled thigh or whatever. He was basically out for a couple of weeks. So we played Bertrand there because Stanek was also injured. Stanek isn't registered for this competition. So I know Bertrand can come and do a job there even though he's not necessarily natural at that stage yet, but he's done all right. He got 2 assists last time out. Obviously, we're not really in a position to sort of really completely change the system, and I don't really want to either. Can we start if we're not already? No, we are tackling him hard. I'd want to get Will Wright out of the game because I think if they're going to score, which at the moment it looks like inevitable that they will, I feel like he is going to be involved somewhere. Here he is again. Thankfully, we doubled up on him like straight away then. But he just keeps finding these little... Michanovic did catch him late there. We are defending very well, though. I will say that. Sorry, one of my cats, I think, is wanting to jump up. No. What are you doing? You coming? You coming to help? No. He looked offside. Am I showing these too much respect? Is that possible? That I'm showing them far too much respect at this stage? And do I just need to just sort of try and play our game? Not when we're doing that. Not when... I think we just leave it balanced. That's with balanced holding. If I need to play the pass back a little bit further. A little bit earlier, sorry. And they just brought Rodrigo on. For... was it Tell or Mola? I don't know who it was for. Let's see if the set piece training comes off. No. Just the passing forward has just not been good enough at times. So it was Tell they took off for Rodrigo. Manganeshton's on a yellow. Brilliant. Bascoveni's not having a good game. I feel I do feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm going to want to bring on... not you. Thank you. We're going to bring Bertrand on for Bascovenu just because I know he can do it, and Bascovenu's not doing well. Let's do it. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to bring Vidic on because Steepers, or whatever his name is, isn't doing anything. We've got Lauer there as well, who you can bring on if needed. Who have they just brought on? They've just done another sub. Salem, midfielder. That Xavi guy, he was causing us all sorts of problems, so that can only be a good thing unless this Salem dude is like better. Well claimed, Fernandez. Come on, Van Ganesten. Why are you having a stinker? Michanovic also having a stinker. Don't know whether to bring... I mean, obviously he's booked. I might take him off before he gets another yellow card. And I'd be tempted to bring Rocha on because Rocha's been pretty good coming off the bench lately. So, do we go with him or do we go with him? I think, you know what, this is his last game. Pedratsky, he may not be a happy soul, but he can come on. He's jumped up at Leicester, can't so. Assistant manager is here to help us hopefully win this game. They've taken off Will Wright. They've taken him off for Killian Sildilla. Wow, okay. That's big for us. And yeah, so Daniel Roche has been pretty good coming off, and he offers us something different to Vukovic because he's a big, strong centre forward. He's like 6'6", and he's an absolute beast, like physically. So I'm hopeful he can maybe give us a bit of an edge. We'll see. But at the moment, still 0-0. We've done nothing. Real Madrid have been robbed, really. They've not really... No. Oh, I was going to say, surely we're not going to score here. Come on, Vidic, you let me down there. I was singing your praises before. Holding's not doing brilliantly. He might have to come off. Obviously, we can't... What a save from Fernandez. Obviously, we can't make any more subs now. So the only way Holding's going to come off is if it goes to extra time. That was an unbelievable save from Fernandez. Can we stop just playing head tennis in our own box, please, and someone just get it down and get rid of it? Rocha does win that. Holding Nixon. That's a red card. That is a red card. He's... Whoa, this is massive now. Absolutely massive. That completely changes the game. When you see something like that, you think, is this going to be a penalty? You know, when you have that sort of failed cross into the box and no one sort of gets underneath it. You think, has someone been pushed over? But just because we're playing 10 men, look at this, see? I thought that was going to go in then. I'd have cried if it had, but I thought it was. Extra time. Okay. I feel like we leave subs for now, but maybe we just try playing a little bit more. Just try playing football a little bit more now. We've got that man advantage. Honestly, if this is... We've been given a massive gift here through Tchouameni's just rash tackle. I said he was someone we could look to get something from. Not what I had in mind, but he has gifted us a big helping hand in this tie. We just got to try and make the most of it now. It's not going to happen like that, David. It's not going to happen with you blazing the ball over from then. You know what? Let's just put it back onto work ball into box. Just so we don't have those sorts of things happening when we get in those sorts of positions. Don't get me wrong, he's not a terrible long-range shooter, but... all day. Right. So they've made a change. They've taken Delphi Mola off. Now, obviously, there's the width here, so maybe we change our... another header. Maybe we just go fairly wide. Good ball into the box there. That's where we want to be trying to sort of exploit our sort of set pieces, really. Langras is struggling. Oh. Incredible defending from Langras. Unbelievable. Just saying, oh, he's struggling, you know, fit energy levels wise, but he's just pulled that off. Off the post. Pedratsky smashes it away. Holding's just not got the legs anymore. I don't know whether it's Costas we take off. Or whether it's Holding. It's either going to be Holding for Vukovic or... it's going to say he looked offside. Or, I don't know who we would bring on for Costa. Ibra, maybe? Tim Lauer? He can play up top. I feel like the fairy tale is written for Damien. Or Damian. I just like Damien personally. It's got an edge to it. We let them play this through us so easily considering they've got an extra man. So easy for them to just pass the ball around us. Why? Thank you, Langras. That was far too easy. And I think it's the midfield. I think the midfield is where we've got to make the change. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to take Costas off. Fairy tale for Ibrahimovic. Can we... have you done that sub? Yeah. Keep pressing that instead of shouts for some reason. I don't know why I'm doing that today. We really need to be making this extra man count. We have started to get some more shots away since then, but nothing sort of concrete enough. You know what? Great tackle. And I'm going to just stick him at poacher. So Elliot's injured, is he? So they could end up with 9 men. So we're going to put Rocha on as a target forward. I'm just going to go direct now, I think, and just try and get anything else that we can do here. We're just going to go direct, I think. The dream here is Elliot has to go off, and they've already made all their subs, but I don't think he will. But we can at least try and make the most of the fact that he is going to be hampered by that. What a save! Fernandez is having an absolute blinder. They should have scored that then. So is Elliot going? It looks like Elliot's going to be coming back on, but hopefully that's going to greatly limit their creativity going forwards. Yes, James. That's fine. You know what? Okay, if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. I am so not with it. So we're going to go slightly longer. And in transition, we're going to distribute it to the target forward. And we're going to I think we're going to try and win it back quickly and then try and get it forward quickly as well. Pedratsky, that's terrible. This is why you just haven't been playing enough. And this is why you want to leave. Because you just give the ball away like that. Again, fantastic defending. Let's not do anything stupid. Is he playing as a register? He's playing deep player. I can't remember what we've got him as. Abdul. No, come on, James. He's just, Asnu's just too quick, isn't he? James is flagging big time here. And Rosh has just ran away from the ball, which is a bit stupid. This goes to penalties, guys. How am I going to take this? Cope with this? I thought if James just wasn't so knackered, he'd be in. Rosh is in. Wins a corner. Wins a corner. Straight to the keeper though, that's not good enough, that. What can he do? He's offside. God's sake. Not that I expect it to make a huge amount of difference now when extra time is on the verge of finishing, but going in doing anything stupid. I was going to say, just keep going, Enrique. Poor cross. Pedratsky wins it back, though. This is going to be it. Right, everyone, it is time for the start of the shootout. Much to my horror, we only have a couple of semi-decent penalty takers. We've got Russia going first. He was looking quite positive, so we've gone with him first, and he slams it in. So Pedratsky is our best penalty taker, but he was looking really anxious, so we put him on second. Hopefully Russia score and we'll take a bit of the pressure off. Fernandez has just saved Rodrigo's penalty. Okay, let's Pedratsky scores. Okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves yet. See, 2-1. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Stankovic was seeming quite optimistic. He's got really good composure. Makes no mistake. Makes no mistake. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Here's James Holding. He was looking nervous. That's why we put him fourth. Didn't want him going last. He's had his saved. He's had his saved. Looks like he hit it because it's sort of kind of a decent height for the keeper, really. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because that was a terrible penalty from Salem straight at Eduardo. And if... Who's taking it? Langras scores. If Langras scores, we win. I thought, would it pick up? I didn't know if it was music, but it doesn't matter. I can't believe it. He bloody won. I literally called it, didn't I? Fernandes would have to have the game of his career. Man of the match performance, saving 2 penalties in the final. You can get lost, Newcastle, if you think you're going to be able to steal some of our players now after just winning the Champions League. Decent chunks of money as well. We got 17.24 for winning, and then we got, what, 14.12 there, the coefficient. Although 16 mils gone to the staff. Knocked out of the Champions League. No, we won. It's just because you're not bothered now because, you know, you can wait until you get registered next time. But believe it or not, we got virtually nothing for winning the... look at that, 11.1. 11.1. Abysmal. Conference League, Everton lost to Leverkusen. Bournemouth smashed Man United 3-0. Absolutely smashed them. So Bournemouth will be kicking around in the Champions League next year. Now, I have been sort of thinking, if I won the Champions League, what do I do? Do we go, right, that's the end of the series now? I don't know. I don't know if we do. Do we keep going? Do we try and build, win it again, retain it? Or just, you know, win it again in the future? Try and get Serbia up even higher? Or do we start a brand new series? You know what? I will leave that up for you to decide. Feel free to join Jake Cooper's Discord. The link is down below if you want, and we can have that conversation there with everyone. I don't know. I'm kind of humming and hawing. I don't know what to do. I can't believe it, though. We only went and won the Champions League. I hope you've enjoyed that episode, everyone. I really do hope you've enjoyed that. And this journey this season as much as I have. The journey we've been on this season. If we just look back, I think we have to. We have to look back. So we look back at some of these games. And this is where it really gets interesting, let's be honest. Man City, Barca, Bayern, Newcastle, and then Real Madrid. Oh my gosh. Right, everyone. I'm going to have... well, actually, what am I chatting? I've still got to play the cup final, so we could still get the treble. Yeah, could still get the treble. So I'm going to go and play that off camera, and I'll whenever, and I'll let you know. I'll put it in at the end of this video if we won it or not. So you'll see me very soon in this video, but it will be probably in a couple of days when I've actually got round to playing that game. Right, everyone, take care. Thank you for watching up to now. I will see you in a minute. So everyone, I mean, a cheeky 3-0 cup win. Nice and easy. No dramas, really, apart from Igwe getting sent off in the 61st minute. But, I mean, we were already 3-0 up by that point. And we just saw the game out. And that completes the treble, really. So, yeah, I mean, I've been thinking today... I don't know if I have the energy for another season slog, like potentially go through the ups and downs of the Champions League again. I'm actually more interested in seeing what we can do with the Serbian League, to be honest with you. I'd be more interested in seeing what happens with Vojvodina. We managed to get Quincy Hahn to stay at Stancom. Patson is staying at TSC, who did actually just miss out on European football. Red Star are going into the Europa League. They could potentially drop into the Conference League, which I would expect them to do quite well in. Stancom and Metalak are going into the Conference League. But equally, part of me is like, do I do a new save? Do you guys want to see a new save? Do you guys want to see me carry on with this? It's it's up to you guys. You guys are watching this. Do you want me to see me just do little random like one-off videos and stuff? Like, The Athletic have published an article on like 50 players under the age of 25 who are ones to watch next season. So I was thinking of profiling some of them for FM24 signings. Taking a look at them and, players to sort of keep an eye out for when FM24 comes out. Because let's face it, it's 1st of September now. In 2 months' time, there is a chance that we could all be playing the beta. So there's going to be all these new players that we're going to be wanting to scout for when we do our full proper saves when the full release drops. Let me know what you want to see. I'm happy to carry on with this if you want. I'm happy to do a brand new save if you want to see that. I'm leaning towards possibly like an Italian save. I love managing in Italy. I don't know why. Obviously, in 21, we had unfinished business with Parma. 21, we kind of never got around to finishing that with FM22 coming out. So like I could go back and do another Parma save and see if we can, finish the business that we had there, where we won the cup and we were pushing for the league. Or, do you want to see something completely different? Maybe stay in Italy, but do like a Venezia or a Pisa, or even go further down to like Serie C or Serie D. Yeah, you guys let me know what you want. I'll have a think. I don't know whether I'm just going to sort of keep messing around with this for a bit, because squad-wise, we have got a really decent squad coming through. David Costa is once again wanted. I don't actually think he'd be that bothered about going to Inter. But, we've got some really interesting players coming through. Cristiano has been really good. I've played him quite a bit in the tail end of this season now. Just like trying to help keep Costas fit. And where can we see his form? I'm having a mare here. Form. So 2 assists, 1 assist. He got 2 assists in the final. Completed 100 passes in the final as well. He's been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He's got 5 assists in something like eight games out of the last 20. Good potential player there. Same with Janino. Same with Stanek. Same with Ibrahimovic. Koku, wherever he is, he's kicking around. Koku Agbo, really exciting player to play alongside Daniel Rocha potentially. Obviously, when we first started the save, we wanted to compete in a Champions League final with a starting 11 full of Serbian homegrown players, and obviously that hasn't happened. I don't think it's possible to essentially build a nation and do a homegrown challenge, to be honest with you, because if we look at this, I'm aware I'm waffling on now, as you know I always do. If we look at this, so this guy, Alexander Stankovic, he's 16 years old and he's brilliant. He's got a horrible personality, let's be honest, but we could train that out of him. We've got some really good professionals. He's a really exciting prospect for Vojvodina. We could sign him in a heartbeat. Like, money's not an issue for us signing him. It would be really easy to bring him over. But that's going to massively weaken Vojvodina. They've got a player here who could be a fantastic prospect for them. The only issue is he'll probably end up getting poached by someone else. The AI are usually rubbish at playing hardball and keeping hold of their players. So the risk would be, obviously, someone else might come in, sign him, and they would lose him. One option we have is we sign him and we leave him out at Vojvodina on loan, and we just keep extending his loan until he gets to a point where he doesn't want to stay there anymore. But we could buy him. Vojvodina could use the money potentially really, really well. I could massively overpay on him, or try and massively overpay on him if the board will let us. And that will obviously give us a nice Serbian homegrown player to play in our defence, potentially alongside Stankovic. You get him in, Stankovic. We bring through Hamza and Ibrahimovic to play in that ball-winning midfield role. You got Machanovic up top. Vukovic, I think, has plateaued, really. I don't think he's going to progress much more in terms of attributes. be nice if he can get rid of that consistency. He loves big matches, though, so he's a good player to have. But yeah, he's kind of close to his full potential. But he's homegrown, nation and club. Goals-wise this season, nowhere near the levels of last season, but equally he didn't play anywhere near as much. But yeah, like there's the scope here to build something, I think, if we really wanted to over the next sort of 5-6 seasons. And, Serbia's development might go hand in hand with that. Yeah, let me know what you want, guys. Let me know what you want to see. If needs, I can do like a little private save if I wanted to, can't I? At the end of the day, I don't necessarily have to, publicize everything that we do. Also, finally, just a special shout out to Langras, who got 10 goals this season. Respect it. Absolutely brilliant return for a centre half. Yeah. Look at that. Machanovic, 40 goal contributions. Phenomenal. James Holding, if we can keep hold of him, we did manage to get him to sign a new contract as well. Oh, yeah. Anyway, everyone, I've dragged the end of this episode out for another 7-8 minutes, so I apologise for that. But yeah, drop your comments down below. What do you want to see? And in the meantime, stay safe. I'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Treble winners. We love to see it. Take care. Bye.